Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the EFL Fantasy Podcast. My name is Angus. I am really here, despite the people on the video not being able to see it. I'm joined this evening for our first podcast back together ahead of the new season by Dan and Jamie. How are you guys?
I'm good, thank you, Angus.
I was waiting for you to go then, Dan. Hello, everybody. Good to be back.
Yeah, handed over all the hard work, and now he's back.
Some people say that's clever.
Yeah, that's true.
Me and clever in the same sentence. Never really been said before.
So this evening, in case people have forgotten, we're going to be doing a quiz. Jamie has done the quiz for us. So we hope you'll play along. If not, you might just get some enjoyment out of laughing at us. But yeah, I'll hand over to Jamie to explain how the quiz is going to work.
Right then, so for all the listeners, pause now. Go get a piece of paper and a pen, and then we're good to go. One rule for this, no cheating. Don't be that dickhead who Googles all the answers and then comes and says to us on Twitter, you got 100%, because nobody likes that dickhead. Sorry for the explicit language. I've just realised I swore. Sorry, Angus.
It's all right.
Probably
I know every episode now is going to get the explicit. It's fine.
Yeah, it's more fun. So there is 4 rounds with 6 questions in each. So that's 24 questions in total. I will ask the question. I will then repeat the question and then go through. At the end of all 24 questions, I will run through them quickly again just so you can catch any you've missed. And then we will go through the answers at the end. Does that sound okay?
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Are you two good to start?
Yep.
Right. So no talking about the answers, just write them down and we go along. So first category is higher or lower. So this one is gaffer related. I'm going to give you the first player, his points. The next player, you have to tell me if he scored more points or less points. So start off really easy for you. Alexander Mitrovic scored 392 points. Okay. So the next player, you need to write down if he got more or less than Mitrovic's 392. Is that clear?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So the first one is Swansea City's Kyle Norton. And just a spoiler, and this is the first one, the only one I'll give away. If anybody puts higher, then don't ever talk to me again. So, are you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough's Matt Crooks. Did he get higher or lower than Kyle Norton?
There's a lot of yellow cards there, Angus.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are robbed of, quite apart from anything else, my thinking face, which.
Just tell me when you're ready for me to go on to the next one.
Yeah, ready.
Yep.
Why can't I think of his first name? Is it Marek Rodak? Is it Marek?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fulham goalkeeper Marek Rodak. Did he get more or less than Matt Crooks? This is why I didn't tell you what categories I was doing, because I knew Dan would be sitting all day on the gaffer site, remembering everybody's points. Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, ready.
Coventry City's Matt Godden. Did he get more or less than Rodak?
For these, you're either going to get a lot of them right or none at all.
I mean, if I was participating, I'd be literally guessing them all, if I'm honest with you, on this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a clue. Again, let me know when you're ready to move on to the next one.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, ready.
Stoke City's Lewis Baker. More or less points than Matt Godden?
Yeah,
Again,
ready.
Yeah,
yeah.
ready.
Okay, and the last one, Derby County's Max Bird, more or less than Lewis Baker. So just for all the listeners, I will go through the order of them again. So obviously Mitrovic on 392 points. The next one was Kyle Norton, more or less. Matt Crooks, more or less than Norton. Rodak, more or less than Crooks. Godden, more or less than Rodak. Baker, more or less than Godden. And Max Beard, more or less than Lewis Baker. Are we okay to move on to the next category?
Yep.
Yep.
This is one that I do terribly at because I never remember anything like this. So 6 questions on records from last season. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'd be terrible at this. Some might find some of them easy, some of them you might not even have thought of. But question 1 in this category: which player got the most assists for the season?
Oh, no.
So for the listeners, which player got the most assists for the season? And this is the previous season just gone, if I have to say that. Let me know when you're ready for the next one.
Ready.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, which player received the most yellow cards? So which player received the most yellow cards last season? Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, ready.
Ready.
Okay, number 3 in this category. Which player scored the most penalties? So question 3 in this category. Which player scored the most penalties? Again, just shout up when you're both ready for the next question.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah.
Question 4 in this category. Who won the most penalties? So which player won the most penalties? See, that's one where I wouldn't have I wouldn't have a clue on that one. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll ask the questions twice, then go on the next one, because at the end of them all, I will go through them again for any that you missed. So it's just better for the audio. Okay, question 5 in this category. Who missed the most big chances? So people don't cheat, but I have got this data from SofaScore, okay? So if it's wrong, blame them, not me. So I'll repeat the question again. Who missed the most big chances? And that is question 5. And going to question 6, who created the most big chances? So question 6 is, which player created the most big chances last season? And then we'll go on to category 3 if you're ready.
Yeah.
So this category is all about missing goal scorers. So this is going to test your memory from 6 games during the season. Again, this is one I'd have no hope on, even Stoke games. I couldn't tell you half the goal scorers from games. So what I'll do is I'll mention the date of the game, the 2 teams playing, and the scoreline. And the all results are 2-0. So I'll give you one goal scorer and you have to name the other goal scorer from that game. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're all 2-0, right?
Yeah, every game was 2-0. So, question 1 in this category. On the 11th of September, Coventry beat Middlesbrough 2-0 at home. Victor Gyökeres and who else scored the goals that game? So I'll repeat it and then move on to the next question. 11th September, Coventry beat Middlesbrough 2-0 at home. Victor Gyökeres and who scored the second? So Gyökeres scored the first. Who scored the second? I think he scored the first, actually. I won't say that. I can't remember. I just looked through 2-0s and picked. So Gokras scored one. Who scored that second? And I will go through them again at the end. So question 2. 19th of November, QPR beat Luton 2-0 at home. Chris Willock, and who scored the second? So the 19th of November, QPR 2, Luton 0. Willock scored, and who else? Question 3 from this category. 29th of January, Millwall beat West Brom 2-0 at home. Benicophobe, and who else scored the goals? So that is the 29th of January, Millwall beat West Brom 2-0 at home. Benicophobe, and who else scored the goals? Question 4. 19th of March, Stoke beat Millwall 2-0 at home. Saville scored an own goal, but who else got on the score sheet? So that is the 19th of March, Stoke 2, Millwall 0, a Saville own goal, and who else got the other? Question 5. The 9th of April, Nottingham Forest beat Birmingham 2-0 at home. Keane Davies, and who else got the goals? So this one's more recent. So 9th of April, Forest 2, Birmingham 0, Keane Davies, and who else was on the score sheet? And then the last question from this category was from the 7th of May. Huddersfield beat Bristol City 2-0 at home. Harry Toffolo got one goal. Who scored the other? So that is the 7th of May, Huddersfield 2, Bristol City 0, Harry Toffolo, and who else were on the score sheet? How did you find that category? Because I would have really struggled on that.
I think there were
What?
2 that I think I've got right. The others I'm not sure.
Good.
I know who scored the second against Luton. Thanks for that one, Jamie. I think
right.
hopefully they're not like obscure players.
I can't reveal anything, but
Yeah.
we'll see at the end. Last category. So this is the Wikipedia category. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name a player's transfer history. So there's no loans included, only actual parent clubs, let's say. So I won't reveal the club that they're at now. But what I can say is they obviously played in the Championship last season. So first question on this. So this player played for Blackburn. They all are in order, by the way. So it's Blackburn, then QPR, then Cardiff, and then now the club that they're at now. So there's no loans in that at all. So I'll repeat that again. This player played for Blackburn, QPR, Cardiff, and now is it a current Championship club? Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is hard.
Is it hard? I didn't know how hard or easy to find this.
I think you should have done the club they're at now as well, Jamie.
Is it? If it's too hard, shall I include the club that they're at now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Angus?
so
Yeah, I agree.
okay, that's fine. So Blackburn, QPR, Cardiff, Reading. So I'll repeat that for the listeners, and then I'll move on to the next question. So this player has played for Blackburn, QPR, Cardiff, and then Reading, and there's no loans involved in that. Okay. Question 2. This player has played for Ipswich, Huddersfield. My phone's just locked. Sorry, Ipswich, Huddersfield, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield. See, I think that would be an easy one, I hope, for the listeners. So I'll repeat that before moving on to the next question. This player is played for Ipswich, Huddersfield, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield. Okay, question 3. This player is played for Aston Villa, Preston, Sheffield United, and West Brom. So I'll repeat that again. This player has played for Aston Villa, Preston, Sheffield United, and West Brom. Next question, number 4 for this category. This player has played for Shrewsbury, Brentford, Stoke, Birmingham. So I'll repeat that again. This player has played for Shrewsbury, Brentford, Stoke, and Birmingham.
Oh, I can't think of his name.
See, I think that might have been a hard one, possibly, without having Birmingham in there, but I think that might give it away for a few people. Question 5 in this category. Oh, this will give it away now. You're going to know the club he plays for. This player has played for Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Bristol City, and Luton.
I have to say,
Luton
I'd started writing the name after 2 teams.
Oh, fair enough.
Did you?
I'll repeat for the listeners. I've played for Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Bristol City, and Luton. And then the last question. This player has played for Luton, West Brom, Aston Villa, Birmingham, Hull, and Derby. So I'll repeat that one. This player has played for Luton, West Brom, Aston Villa, Birmingham, Hull, and Derby. So what I'll do now is I will go through them all again. Did you two miss any of them?
Number 3 in the last section.
Right.
Can you go?
I'll go through them all again for the listeners. Yeah. I'll read them out once and then go. So first category was higher or lower. Mitrovic 392 points. Did Kyle Norton score more or less points than that? Matt Crooks, did he score more or less than Kyle Norton? Rodak, more or less than Crooks? Godden, more or less than Rodak? Baker, more or less than Godden? And Max Beard, more or less than Baker. If anybody still missed any of them, just pause and go back. Second category was the records. So first one was who got the most assists. Second one was who got the most yellow cards. Third one was who scored the most penalties. Fourth one is who won the most penalties. Fifth one is who missed the most big chances. And the sixth one was who created the most big chances. And the third category was the missing scorers. So 11th of September, Coventry 2, Middlesbrough 0, Victor, and who else were on the score sheet? 19th of November, QPR 2, Luton 0, Willock, and who else was on the score sheet? The next one was 29th of January, Millwall 2, West Brom 0, Benicathobi, and who else was on the score sheet? Question 4 in that category was the 19th of March, Stoke 2, Millwall 0, George Saville own goal, and who else was on the score sheet? Question 5, 9th of April, Nottingham Forest 2, Birmingham 0, Keenan Davis, and who else was on the score sheet? And on question 6 was 7th of May, Huddersfield 2, Bristol City 0, Harry Toffolo, and who else was on the score sheet? And then the last category, this player played for Blackburn, QPR, Cardiff, and Reading. Question 2 was this player's played for Ipswich, Huddersfield, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday, and Huddersfield. The third one, this player's played for Aston Villa, Preston, Sheffield United, and West Brom. Question 4, this player's played for Shrewsbury, Brentford, Stoke, and Birmingham. 5, this player's played for Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Bristol City, and Luton. And then the last question, this player's played for Luton, West Brom, Aston Villa, Birmingham, Hull, and Derby. You got an answer for every question?
Yep.
Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the answers. So I'll ask each of you who you got for that question. Obviously, the listeners can mark off their answers as well. And then please do let us know on Twitter once the pod's out how many you got. And remember, no cheating. So then, question 1 in the higher or lower. Kyle Norton, did he score more or less than Mitrovic? What did you both put?
I put lower.
Thank God for that. Yes, so Kyle Norton scored 151 points. So give yourself a tick. It's 1 point for each question. Okay, Matt Crooks, did he score more or less than Norton?
Higher.
Higher.
Correct. He scored 169 points.
Ooh.
Rodak, did he score more or less than Crooks?
I put less.
Lower.
Correct. He scored 159, so 10 points less. Matt Godden, did he score more or less than Rodak?
I put less.
I put lower as well.
You would be correct. He scored 136 points.
Oh, no.
Lewis Baker, did he score more or less than Godden's 136?
I put less.
I put lower as well.
You would be correct. He scored 120. And then Max Beard, did he score more or less than the 120?
I put lower.
I went higher.
Angus, you would be correct. He scored
Oh,
133.
no.
I think I would have got that wrong because I can't really think of time. Like, Max Beard's not explosive or anything like that. So he's ticked over a
He
bit.
played every game, though,
Yeah.
didn't he?
And I
Yeah.
was thinking he's played every game. And, like, in my head, I was like, I've got 3 lowers in a row. Something must be
Yeah.
higher.
I will be honest, I did try to catch you out with that because obviously when Baker come in January, he did score quite a few
Yeah.
goals. So I thought you might think
Yeah.
that. So next category then, the records. Who did you both put for the most assists?
It's got to be Harry Wilson.
It is Harry Wilson, 19 assists. Question 2, who received the most yellow cards?
Crooks.
Yeah.
You're both correct. Crooks was 16.
Yeah.
That is mental. 16 yellow cards. That's ridiculous. Who scored the most penalties?
I put Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
That would be correct. 6 penalties he scored. Who won the most penalties? I think this might be a tough one.
I put O'Hare.
I've got the same thing.
No way.
Well, you'd both be incorrect, I'm afraid. Sam Surridge won 4 penalties.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, I would never have got that in a million years. Who missed the most big chances?
Solanke.
I put Dominic Solanke.
You'd both be correct. He missed 36 big chances throughout the season.
He played every game, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. And then the last one in this category, who created the most big chances?
Thomas.
I had Harry Wilson.
Dan, you would be correct for
Yes.
Silver Thomas.
Set
19
pieces.
created.
Set pieces.
So you're both on the same score from right then, aren't you? Because you both got one wrong in each category.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go on to the missing scorers then. So Coventry 2, Middlesbrough 0, Victor, and who else got on the score sheet?
I put McFadzean.
I put Harmer.
You'd both be incorrect. It was Martin Waghorn.
You know, I did think him, but then I
Yeah.
thought he hardly ever scored.
I'd be rubbish at this round because I can't remember half the game, so I would be rubbish at this. I wouldn't have got that. Question 2, QPR 2, Wooten 0, Chris Willock and
Charlie Austin.
There we go. I said chair. I had no idea.
He
it
always
was Charlie
scores
Austin.
He always scores against us.
Millwall 2, West Brom 0, Benica Phoebe and who?
Bradshaw.
So I know this one, and I have no idea how I know
Ooh.
this. It's Mason Bennett.
Angus, you are correct.
Oh,
Yes,
my
it is
word.
Mason Bennett.
And I have no
I
idea
don't know how you
know
know that, Angus. Okay, Stoke 2, Millwall 0, Savile own goal, and who else?
It's got to
Brown.
be Jacob Brown.
It's got to be Jacob Brown because he's fucking dynamite. Question 5, Forest 2, Birmingham 0, Davis and who?
I put Surridge.
Scott McKenna.
It is Scott McKenna.
How do you know that, Angus?
I think because I was a fan of Scott McKenna, anytime he did anything good, it's just like cemented in my brain.
I would have got that one only because it was more recent in April, and that was on Sky, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
That was on Sky. Last one then for this round. Huddersfield 2, Bristol City 0. Toffolo and
Danny Ward.
Danny Ward.
Danny Ward is correct. I thought you
Safe
might
bet
get that
with him,
one.
isn't it? Like, if you're trying to work it out.
Right then, last category. So first one, Blackburn, QPR, Cardiff and Reading. Who is it?
I
Junior
don't know.
Hoylett.
I've got this wrong, I think. Oh, I got this wrong.
Who have you got? Who have you got, Dan?
I put Scott Dan, but it can't be correct.
Who have you got, Angus?
Junior Hoylett.
Junior Hoylett would be correct, yes. Question 2. I think you both should get this one.
Uh-oh.
Ipswich, Huddersfield, Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield.
I didn't get it until about the third time you read it, but it's Jordan Rhodes.
Yeah.
Did you get Rhodes, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
I thought
got
you'd
it
get
now.
one. Yeah, that is correct. Jordan Rhodes is the correct answer. Third one in this category. Aston Villa, Preston, Sheffield United and West Brom.
I didn't get this one. I didn't get this one.
Is it Callum Robinson?
It is Callum Robinson.
Oh.
Would you have got that without the West Brom, Angus?
I don't think so.
No, I think the Villa would have put me off. I can't recall him playing for Villa.
No.
But fair play for getting it. Okay, 4. Let's see if you got this one. Shrewsbury, Brentford, Stoke and Birmingham. Who is it?
Ryan Woods.
Oh, of course it is.
Did you not get that, Angus?
No.
Yeah, it's Ryan Woods. Would you have got that without the Birmingham, Dan?
Might have done. I don't know. At first, when you said Shrewsbury, I thought you were talking about. I don't know.
I didn't realise he played for Shrewsbury, so that was a surprise. Okay, question 5. I think you've both got this right. Arsenal, Forest, Villa, Bristol City, and Luton. Who is it?
It's Henry Lansbury.
Yep. You got that quite easily. So, yeah, fair play. That is correct. Henry Lansbury is the correct answer. And the last one, Luton. I think you've got this one. Luton, West Brom, Villa, Birmingham, Hull, and Derby.
It's Curtis Davies.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that is the correct answer, Curtis Davies. I will be honest, I was struggling to find players at this point. When I put him, I just thought, oh, that would do. Because when I was going through players on Wikipedia, like some of them only had like 2 clubs and stuff like that. So I tried to make it interesting as possible. So count up your scores.
I've got 17.
Oh, I win.
What did you
I got 19.
19. That's
you done well on
24.
You done well on the goals scored by players. I only got 3 out of 6.
I will never be able to explain how the Mason Bennett one is in my head.
That's brilliant. So for the listeners, obviously, let us know how you got on. I hope you didn't cheat. Let us know if you beat Dan or Angus's scores. Did you enjoy that quiz?
I did, yeah. I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but it was different to what I thought. I thought it was just going to be questions, but because you've done different categories, it was entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do, just to make it a bit more different. So each round was different. So, some people might not have the best knowledge, but they might have good memories. So they might have done well in there. It's just a bit of everything in there. So, yeah, I enjoyed being back and doing that.
It's going to be your turn next year, Jamie.
What, to have a go?
Yeah.
I'll do well getting double digits. I'm not going to lie. My memory is absolutely horrendous. Considering the amount of games that I go to, I couldn't tell you about half of the games. I couldn't even tell you half of our results last season without looking. It's honestly...
losses.
Yeah, a lot of losses. Yeah, I could tell you the football shit. We lost quite a lot. I could definitely do that.
Jacob Brown's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Scottish Messi. So, what's the plans going forward now?
That's a good question.
Put you on the spot.
We don't have anything sort of planned in. We'll sort of work out what we're going to do sort of coming up. And then obviously in the build up to the season, we'll have sort of various things in terms of hopefully we'll have a pod with the Gaffer guys again. We'll do a pod with George, who won the game last year, sort of in the build up to the season. And we'll have sort of our same preview pods looking at all the teams for new and returning players to sort of get a better idea ahead of the season. But we'll let you know sort of when we have a clearer idea of what we're going to do when.
There's not a lot we can do really until the fixtures and then the game launches.
Yeah, so the fixtures, it's a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you guys know as and when after that. We probably won't have much by way of content between now and then, though.
Just a nice few weeks off then, really. Well, I say nice few weeks. I've had like a couple of months off, but it's a nice few weeks off for you two, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, brilliant. Well, I enjoyed that, boys. I am absolutely starving now. I've been out all day, so I am now going to order a kebab.
Sounds good. So yeah, thank you all for listening, and we will speak to you next time, whenever that is. Goodbye.
Cheerio. Goodbye.